Good morning, guys. Welcome back. This is Monday open. London session is not even yet open though. It should be 6 a.m. It should be 6 a.m. Yeah, it should be 6 a.m. So London will open in 2 hours time. So let's just go through how market open. This is the trade we're in. Uh, this nice break, which is fine. Now price at deserving that pretest there. You can see, just do this. You can see price finally broke above this point where it failed to break on Friday. So now we had the retest. So we now expect this for candle to give us the uh upward push. Then price can continue from there. So that's the analysis we have for this pair right now. We can expect that push, this one right there. Mm, and so and so for USD JPY, the first pair that we chose, we are now waiting for the retest at this one. You can see, and you can see the from Sunday open, price has just been making higher highs. GPP card, you can also see since price open, we've not yet had any major retest to our OG level. So we're still just in the beginning zone right now. No major movements yet. You can see we still want price to come back there. So it's just price is just working and working its way up to our levels. You can also see Eurocard prices just around this zone again. So once price breaks below this lower low, then price will make a new lower high. So that means that I have to wait for price to go bullish when it gives me this break I'm looking for in the daily time frame. In the 4 hour time frame, we expect then price to go bullish. And the other pair we have is NZD USD. We are looking for sales and we are expecting price to now start giving us that retest we need. But price just or market just opened like I told you. So we're still waiting for major movements. And this is a Monday, so usually Monday starts. Normal Mondays, they always begin like this, unless if there's any major news. So from that, I think we have NZD card. This is the pair I said we won't buy. We won't be buying because it was too close to my daily OG level. And you can see price even failed to make a new lower high. So if this breaks below again, this becomes even worse. If this for breaks below, because then for me to have the bullish shift, I would need price to make a new lower high and a new lower low, then shift it, then we can buy. Mm, then I have AUD card, the the same thing. I was telling you, but this is what I was telling you, that when price is at this level, because of the way it has retested, you can see how this price has retested. We need price to make a new lower high so it can make a new lower low. Then it can shift that from that lower high. So this is what we need price to do. Then it does something like this, you see? And this is on the 4 hour time frame. Because price has already made a new lower low here. Unless if this Sunday push was bullish. But I told you guys that you see even this pair, since price closed with this strong bullish candle, for it to go bearish candle, for it to go bullish, I need price to engulf the the weekly, the daily time frame. But this will be away from my OG level, meaning price should now have a bearish candle close, and the bearish candle close now will just be too close to my daily lower higher low, which is around this zone. So making this trade a bit risky, because you can see now the daily is even closing below our OG level. So then we have to wait for the daily to break above this zone and then give us the buy we need. That's why I just pushed it to next week. And then we have AUD USD. This one I also pushed it next week because price is at its daily level, quite right, and it's up for buys, but the daily is bearish. So this week, we hope if price can give us a shift so we can go bullish, then we can catch some buys next week. And USD CHF, uh, I wanted to add I wanted to add this pair on, if you remember in the last video before I think the last video yesterday, you see when I post all this, because I'm just waiting for Wi-Fi to stabilize. And I wanted to add this as well, but I just didn't like the way I was saying, if this weekly has shifted, if the weekly has shifted, for me a shift that makes sense is something like this. You see, then we have a break above, then a retest, and that's a shift. And if you can clearly see this, and I use candlesticks, I don't use line charts. So sometimes this can be so free on the line chart and can show that price shifted. But for me, price just did something like this, and this is not a shift for me. So yes, this can be a winning trade, can be a buy trade, but it doesn't meet the valuations I use. So I won't just add it because the daily is bullish and the weekly might be bullish as well. I want, when I see the daily is bullish, I also know that the weekly is clearly bullish, not uh might be bullish. So that's the only reason I just put this pair on observation and see how it will play out. Yeah, and for ZAR USD, you can see how price is reacting to this weekly level. And I told you now that since we have price selling massively, even though we are bullish on the daily time frame, I want it to break above and retest, then we can buy. I want something like this. Then this is US oil. Price has reached our take profit. Yeah, price has reached our take profit. We didn't take this buy though. The price has reached our take profit. We waited this for all week. We got our 1 2 3 there. So that's it. And for Zawi, Bitcoin, you can see price didn't come back to this zone. So we didn't execute any sale. And since we didn't execute any sale, then that's the missing trade. Cause but we can sell once price comes back at this level. Yeah. Yeah. I told you yesterday that day that you can see this is an engulfing. So a position of sale can also be fine around this level. Mm. So that's it for now. And these other pairs, they nothing they did seem to please me that would make me add them. And now I'll update you around the New York session, the London Open, uh, at 10. So thank you for watching. Welcome back, guys. So let's just go through the market now. Uh, Clearly we can see that this is the 10 p.m., 10 a.m. London Open. Just so we're just in 2 hours in London Open, 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes in London Open. And this is what we have. You can see my US oil has reached take profit. My my USD card pair is trade is having a bit of pullback. This is still fine. This is very fine. Yeah, this is very fine. Uh, if you look at the weekly time frame, this trade is very fine. USD JPY, you can see I'm still waiting for my retest around this level, but price didn't hasn't done that yet. So you can clearly see the just hide this a bit. You can clearly see our pair has shifted, but we need that retest. And the US dollar right now hasn't gained any momentum yet, so price is still around this level. And just hope this can change in the New York session. But remember, this is just Monday, so we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. It's just that we've been delayed by 2 candles now because we've would have been eased on our take profit now. But so this trade might maybe take today or tomorrow to reach our level, and then hopefully by that time we might get another retest. Oh, this is nice. This is GBP card. We've started having our retest, but the bad part is the 4 hour is bearish. Uh, Wait, it's bearish, but the lower high is this, and the lower level is this point. Lower low is this point. So meaning price can move around these zones in whichever way it wants, making this trade making this trade hard to enter. Because now we have to sell based off the daily indication. not just the 4 hour, because the 4 hour is bullish, is bearish, but price can react from this level, or price can react from that level. You see, and we only use the 4 hour for entry, unless we used to drop from 1 hour and what, but still, uh, we need now, since price is making this strong bullish retracement. This is also fine, but now we have to wait for price to reach this zone. And then if price retests this level, you can see the first thing is I want the daily to retest. So when the daily retests, meaning price has to close within this zone. Okay. So if price closes within this zone, um now again I have to wait for the next daily candle to close to show me that price is not likely to break above and go this. Uh, let's do this. Now I have to make sure that uh price won't break above this level. You see? Yeah, so that's the key. The first thing is I want price yes to retest this level and just move this, since you guys all know where I'm selling from. This is no longer valid. So this is the daily time frame, and what we are saying we need the price to do is price to give us a push within the until this zone. And what would also be nice is this daily time frame shouldn't reach this level, because if this daily time frame reaches gives me that retest, then it means still I have to wait for an engulfing of this daily level, which is by far something like this. Or I have to wait for another extra daily level, daily push, and the other candle that will engulf. So the best way is hoping for price maybe to read this daily push up to this zone. Then the next candlestick to give me the final retest I want, which is within this zone. Then another one to show me that price is holding by engulfing or reacting at this level. Because I don't want because price can retest but still give you another push to this zone. So before I take a sell here, I have to make sure that price is doesn't have any intentions of buying more. Because even if it buys more, I'm right, I can still catch a sale around this level. You see, can still catch a sale around this level. But my only goal is to identify that if price has reached at any of these levels, it's showing me that it's holding, and it's safer for me to catch a trade. That's the only goal that I am looking for. So I'm not rushing in the entry. Uh, but even if it retests my level, I need further confirmation to show me we can now sell. Then we'll be fine with uh with the whole move. Okay. So this is the whole move that I'm looking for. And the next pair we have is Euro card. In this case, for just a bit. Okay. In this case, this is the daily lower higher low. So this is the last point where I can catch a buy. If price breaks below, this buy is invalid. So let me just do that since you know. And where price is reacting from is a potential OG level. You can see that once price was above, we're buying, below, we're selling, above, we bought. But the bad part is it's closer to my uh my my higher low. So I need price to give me one thing, to just give me a daily candle that will break above. That's the only thing I need for me to participate in this trade. Just a single break like that. Then I'll easily buy this. Because not only will it show me that it's holding this daily level, it will show me that it's reacted from a potential shift in the daily time frame. You get what I'm saying? Uh, and if it gives me that break, then I get the leverage of buying more. Cause take for instance, if this price give us another drop, gives us maybe another drop around this level, that's fine. Then maybe on Tuesday we get the engulfing around this level. Yes, this is a clean trade and it can even buy and even break above, but it's very risky because it's closer to my higher low, and I don't like really taking trades when a trade is closer to my higher low or lower high because there's a higher chance that that level might not be respected. So I prefer is uh, where price is respecting the OG level, and again it's far away from the higher low. And so in this case, what I need is price to give me a break, and once we get the break, uh, we can also wait for a retest in the daily time frame, and then we can also wait for the entry signal in maybe the 4 hour or daily time frame again. Uh, for this one, I can't really pull that move where the one I was showing you yesterday in USD, I think I was doing USD JPY, because if you look at the daily, the higher low is around this. The weekly higher low is around this level. So I can't really pull that strategy where we wait for the daily to break and the daily to retest because the weekly is way far from shifting. So all we just need is the daily engulfing candle to break above this OG level and show us we are holding, which can be nice if this daily engulfs. Okay. If this daily engulfs, then that can be a very nice trade for us to buy. But if this daily doesn't engulf, then on Tuesday, that's when we get the engulfing candle. It's now also a different race. Cause we again have then there is a higher chance that price might retest in the daily time frame and give you an engulfing for you to buy. Uh, but I'll just explain to you when such happens. But for now, just know I want price to break above this in the daily time frame. And you can also clearly see that by the time we'll be having the break, we'll also be having the 4 hour shift around this level, if you can clearly see. So that once we have the 4 hour shift, because as of now, the 4 hours ain't made any lower low, any lower high. So we are still waiting for the 4 hour to give us that break. If we can have the 4 hour break, then all we need is all will be left is a daily close above this zone. So if you can see clearly that once we get the 4 hour break, the daily might be at this zone. Then we can get that initial retest to prove that this point is holding. And once price is here, then we can have an entry signal. And then the entry signal should also be above this line, this OG level for buys. Why am I saying so? Because if you look to the left, we have this sneaky head and shoulder pattern. And we have to make sure that this head and shoulder the is not respecting this level. But this change is the one that's respecting. So that's the only reason we have to be a bit sneaky about this move and wait for the wait for the forward presenters the move, and then we can catch our buy. But it's a very nice trade. It's a very nice trade. It's a very nice trade. It's a very clean trade. So we just want that's why I'm telling you I need the daily to break above. Because if it breaks above, it will also prove that this head and shoulder pattern was invalid. You can see once we get that break, right? Once the daily gets that break, and depending on how the daily will break, if it will be an aggressive break, there will be no need of the daily retest. But if it won't be, then I'll wait for the daily retest and daily engulfing for me to buy. Just like that. If not, then we won't buy. Mm. As you can see on the weekly time frame, it's also clear. We have the higher low and higher high, and we're just at this level. I think let me just do this. Let me do this because that's why we want price to break. Uh, and you can also see, even though I don't use this blue line, you can see this blue line that if price breaks, we'll be now above the EMA. And once we're above the EMA, this EMA, and it's just extra confirmation that we are right about the direction because we are above and price is bullish. So it's a sign that the price is ready to buy. Yeah, but we are still waiting for further confirmation. This is NZD USD. Uh, Okay. So welcome back, guys. And this is New York Open. Let me I just want to set this right. Don't know why it's not disappearing. Okay. All right. Mm, this is New York session now. You can see if I switch on the time frame, this is 9 a.m. Uh, this is 9 a.m. And let's just see what market has done. So this is uh, Bitcoin, Zao USD. Uh, we we might have a nice 4 hour shift right there, but remember my interest is still waiting for the daily to break and close above this zone. That's when this trade will be interesting to me. Then the trade we entered. Well, this is US oil. We reached our take profit. Now price is just playing around this level. And with the look of things, maybe you can catch another buy around this level just to train our entry. Let's see. Just a minute. Don't worry, we'll go to the trade we took. Just a minute. Yeah, yeah, I think we can maybe try to catch a short day trade here just for entry practice though. Just for entry practice. So you can see price has retested, and this made everything worse. This has made everything good now since we are at this zone. So we can wait for another. For if this 4 closes like this, we can wait for another 4 engulfing, then you can buy. Yeah. If you can have this 4 close here, then you can have an engulfing candle. You can then buy, but just for practice only. Just for practice only, because now I'm buying at this daily structure point, and if I put on the weekly time frame, this is a good trade as well. You can see the weekly has engulfed, broken above the OG level there. So the daily is also retesting this zone. So we just need a 4 hour engulfing now. If this 4 candle can close like this, then we can have a 4 hour engulfing. Uh, the next thing, the next 1 p.m. 4 hour candle open should be the one to give us this engulfing, then we can enter probably tomorrow because it will be a missed trade once we're in Asian session. But anyway, let's see. So for USD cards, this is the trade we took, and you can see price made some sort of rejection, nice pin bar. Um, so now there's really nothing I can do just to wait for price to break above this level. Once price breaks above this level, then we'll be good to go. But right now, there's no analysis I can give you guys rather than just waiting for this price to do two things, hit our take profit or hit our stop loss. Yeah, but for now, we just wait. So that's it for this pair. Yeah, so what's likely to happen is probably push to the upside. Yeah, especially if we have an engulfing at this level, then price might push further and breaking above this zone. So let's just wait now. Just wait and see what price gives. Uh, this is USDJPY, and USDJPY is the first pair we were trying to buy, and right now I can see I've not had any major push. Price is in some sort of retest still, and there's really not much we can do as well. This is a slow Monday. I wonder why. Let me just check for something. Maybe there's no any news, any fundamentals driving price. Yeah, there's nothing except the card being a bank holiday, the Canadian dollar. Maybe tomorrow we might have something to push the pairs. Yeah, but for now, there is really nothing. Price is slow in movement. Yeah, so you can see it has done nothing since morning. It has done nothing. That's why you even saw USD card price hasn't gone anywhere. Uh, this is USD JPY, and price is now on its way to retest this level, which is fine. But for me, what I want is price to give me a new high first before it shifts, then retest to my OG level. Cause 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 once price comes back at this zone, then I'll know that we are very much bearish on the daily time frame, and we just need now the daily to give us that shift, then we can buy. Let me do this so I can show you what I'm talking about. Right now, where price is, if I get that retest around here like this, and I catch a buy here, that's also fine. But what I really like is price retesting with an opposite direction. Since I'm looking for buys in 4 hours bullish, I would want this 4 to go bearish once it's retesting this level. So I'm okay with price even breaking below this zone because I will know that once let me just do this. This is price, right? This is the first scenario I'm talking about. If price comes back without breaking, making a new high, and this can be 4 candles, two, three, I don't know how many, but this is just as long as price hasn't broken above this level. Okay. So since price hasn't broken above this level, my higher low is this point here. And once price is at this level, and it's at this zone here, and maybe gives me something like this, then gives me a 4 hour engulfing candle at this zone. I can enter buys. That's fine. I can enter a buy, and my stop right below this, the wicks of this same uh engulfing in the previous candle, something like this, right? And that's fine. Maybe my stop take profit right above that level. Yeah. Uh, this is okay, but um, what I really just it's okay, but it's risky because price can do this. Price can also make another lower low if it wants. It can even just give you a lower low by breaking below this level, and then give you a shift and give you a shift. So meaning even though you took your buy there, you will be wrong. And then once it gives you the shift, then it gives you a retest, then it gives you a an engulfing, then price buys, you see? So then you buy at this point. So uh here the only both scenarios are good, but most of the time, what I just showed you here at the end is likely to happen because price, there's still very much enough room for price to reduce, to retest fully and shift because you can also see how this 4 hour reacted at this level, this strong wick. And you can see this is not even a clear, it's not a clear high low. It's somehow mixed because you can even think maybe this level here can be a clear, can be high low. And so buy, buying based off a retest here without any new high will be risky. And if it's buying, then our stop loss should be at least below these weeks here, below this week here. Yeah. If buying, if we want to buy from that zone, but if we can wait for buy price to make this and give us the engulfing, we can put just our stop loss will just be right below here. Yeah, so it just depends with how price will react. But the best case that I would want is if price from this point, uh, from that point, price gives us a new high. Yeah, then I'll be okay with the retest because I'll know that once price is at the OG level and it shifts, there's no chance of it going back unless I was wrong about the direction. So what I'm saying is I don't want price to just drop down like this and then give me an engulfing here and then ends up buying, ends up buying because price can easily drop again to this zone because of these weak rejections. Okay, yeah, and most of the time they tend to be filled, and even if this won't be retested, it means I have to increase my stop loss to this zone here. You see, because if you clearly look at this point here, this point is not clear of we can't label it as a higher low. But again, if you look at it, it can be labeled as a higher low because they can see there is some sort of rejection before price breaks above, and and some might consider this as a higher low, but it's just that this one is the cleanest higher low. That's why once price reaches at this level without making a high, it's fine to buy, but we should know that the chances of us losing are very high because this might be a higher low and we are maybe buying when price is bearish because it's making lower lows because it's now broken below and it's making lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, so what I prefer now is for what would be better is for price to break, just to break, or even just close above here, which is this 4 hour candle that we have. Then the next candle that we have around 8 can maybe start giving us that rejection, so we can now sell, so that we can now wait for a retest. So at once price is at this level. I know that the 4 hour is bearish and I just have to wait for price to break any higher low and retest it, then I can sell. But it has to be at the OG level. So this one is not at the OG level. So I can't sell and I can't buy. And maybe we get another extra higher low, something like that. This is very nice. So at once price just breaks above, retests, and then buy. You see? Then this is fine. Why I'm explaining this to you is you can find that this price, this pair retests, but without giving me that high, then maybe another pair among the ones I will be looking at this week does the same, but it gives me a proper entry. Then you see me taking the other trade and leaving this one. Not because it's a wrong trade, but because I've seen the risks and the the evaluation of both trades. Okay, because just that it doesn't mean just because it gives you all the time frames are in sync and it's an A setup, then you should take the trade. You should take the trade because it also makes sense. Okay, so that's what we need. We need price to go bullish, to make a new high, so it can leave a new high low. Then once price retests this level, it will be bearish in the 4 hour time frame. Okay, yeah. So that's what uh that's what we'll be waiting for. Uh, then GPP card. Okay, price can see price is heading for our OG level. Price is heading for our OG level. And like I told you the previous video that uh we are in for a long week. This with these pairs, you can clearly see that this is a strong bullish retest with a strong bullish engulfing. So I still need another one big day where price can give us another bullish push, so that which is Wednesday, we can get the reaction from this trade, either bearish uh or a bullish reaction. So what we'll do is after this candle closes, then we can just put this on. Yeah, this here, you can just put it. This because we want it on Wednesday. Because this will be an engulfing, meaning the next candle, there's a higher chance that price might give you uh a bullish candle as well. Because if the next candle gives me an engulfing, showing me it's holding but price closes below here, there's no way I can sell because it's not at my OG level. So in this case, with this push we're seeing, Tuesday should be another day of bullish momentum, which will lead us around this level. Then if Tuesday does that, and Tuesday will determine if the price will break above, making this even interesting. So again, then we have to wait for Wednesday to do its thing. But if Tuesday closes within this range, then we just have to wait for Wednesday candle to engulf this level, which will show us that this pair is holding this level. If it engulfs, that's a daily time frame. Or it gives us any daily red candle. That will be enough because we'll just use the 4 hour time frame then. And and if price ends up breaking above, then we'll just wait for the other candle to just here the main key is just showing me that the daily is holding at these two levels. Okay. Either this zone or around this zone here. Because the 4 hour time frame is very much bearish, and you can see what I was telling you, and USD JPY, even this same pair has done the same thing.
Instead of this pair making a new higher low, price has just started retesting, meaning my higher low is this one, and my lower high is this one, and my lower low is this one. So meaning I just have to I just have to sell once price is at this level. But for us waiting for these holdings, I'm telling you, well, I have to wait if price will hold. Meaning price will give me some form of structure in the 4 hour time frame. It can be a double bottom, double top, can be head and shoulder, it can be anything, but it will give me some sort of confirmation that will make me sell. The moment you just hear me tell you, okay, the daily is holding, when we switch to a 4 hour time frame, you'll see there'll be a perfect setup for us. But for now, you can just enjoy the push and just let the market do its thing and just hold our hands for a bit, just for a few days, maybe today and tomorrow. But it's a very good trade, and this will be a very good week, trust me. Especially such weeks that slowly build ups. You see, they lead to massive closes. You see, so let's just wait and see how price will respect this OG level. Uh, yeah. So this can be an example of what I was telling you, and on the on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, on the in USJPY, imagine this is the 4 hour time frame, and you can see I'm just waiting for price. Let me just do this. Okay, let me just do this. Imagine this is one thing, and I was just waiting for price to retest this level, which is happening in the pair I'm just from showing USDJPY. But I was saying what I need is price to at least before making this retest, it gives me a new high. Then it shifts because it's easier to buy once price is at this level than buying when everything is bullish. You're just waiting for a retest and then engulfing, and price has already moved at least 50% away from your entry zone. It's very hard to buy. Um, so you see what happened. Price retest, it gives you an engulfing, right? We enter our sell, put our stop below these wicks, but you see what will happen. See, we get stopped out. We get stopped out, get stopped out, get stopped out, get stopped out. Then price goes up. You see? So it's really hard buying in these situations, and we can only put our stop right below this week. And that's why I was showing you in USDJPY. If you can rewind this video, I was showing you. Then we have to put our stop below this week because I can't just put below my engulfing wick because it is retesting in this form. It has to give, if it's retesting in this form and it's 50% away from my entry point, when price reaches the OG level, I expect some form of structure. You can see this form of structure that's forming here. If I switch to the 1 hour time frame, there's a nice entry. But even on the 4 hour time frame, if this was the 4 hour time frame, you would see that price at that break, and you can buy after this nice pullback right there. I'll just consider this trade missed, and it's better not losing anything than losing money. So that's the that's the thing I was trying to show you guys. So that's what we do. Okay, so then this is Eurocard. So this one, I'm just waiting for price to give me an engulfing candlestick, which is maybe it might happen today, but I need the engulfing candlestick, not just to engulf the daily, but to break above this OG level. Then I'll be buying this tomorrow. But if I can't get that by then, we'll look for something else to buy. So this is this is our daily high low. So this is the last point where you can catch yourself from. And you can see this OG level is very near to this zone, so I can't take a buy here. And I didn't take a buy. And so you can see that once price broke above this level, breaks above this level, the 4 hour will be bullish. And if the 4 hour is bullish, I need a retest to then engulf so that we'll buy. And the engulfing candle should be at least above this zone here. Once you get that final engulfing break, you'll see on the daily time frame, price would have already broken above this level. For this retest to even happen, price will probably be out of this level. Then the retest will be at that point. So, uh, this is what I am waiting for in this pair. And if you can see Euro, Eurocard and GBP, Eurocard and GBP card, these pairs really move the same direction most of the time. So I'm surprised this time. I'm looking for buys in this one and I'm looking for sales in that one. So so I might be right about one, or I might be right about both, or I might be wrong about both. So, but we'll see how to play out. So that's why what saves us from being wrong sometimes is just these small extra confirmations because it preserves us from taking impulsive trades. And most of the time, if you've noticed, when you take a trade, it will even come back to your entry point at least once, maybe before the final push, to just show you that okay, this is a clean trade. And but anyway, that's not the case. The case here is we just need the daily to close above this level. Once the daily closes above this level, wait for the retest. Then we'll wait for the buys and we'll look for the final buy. So this is Eurocard and this is the same pair we sold and lost last I think first week of May. Yeah. Because I thought this pair the this weekly push I thought this weekly push was a fake out, not knowing that price has already shifted and it has already gone bullish. So that's another mistake we made last week. Hmm. But I'm glad we fixed it. And so that's you see, so again, if the daily closes above, then the daily will be above this week, the OG level point, which will give me less confirmation of buying. If we can't get that, then price will sell, and then we'll see if we can find means of buying around this level here, because this is the second OG level we have. If we can't get that, then we'll look for something else. But for now, that's what we have. Then lastly, I have NZD USD.
price is retesting, and this is a heavy retest, as you can see. Price is retesting, as you can see. Uh, and the daily time frame is at this level. So the same thing, I just want to see if the daily is holding. So if this price can close at this point like this, then we just need the daily to react at this level and give us an engulfing candle or any daily confirmation pattern. But right now, can't sell because if you also look at the forward time frame, the lower high that led to this break was this one. And you can see this is the point where price was supposed to retest if it wants to make a lower low, right? You can see if price breaks has to retest that level, then makes the lower low. But in this case, price just broke and uh never retested. So there's a high chance that price and within this zone, price might give you those strong bullish breakouts, then sell. So that's why I need to know if the daily is holding. You'll see all this, and once it play out, then you see what I'm talking about. But for now, just bear with me and let's wait for this trade to play out. But we need that daily confirmation. Sorry, I'm yawning. But I think this line is too big. But don't you think huh? This daily OG level is too big? Oh, it's not gold again. If you can see. Yeah, it's just okay. It's just okay. We'll just see. It's just the daily. Let's just wait for the daily to engulf. If the daily can engulf, then we'll see what we'll do. But for now, we spectate. Speculate or spectate, whichever. But yeah. So I'll see you at 8 p.m. and see what the market will do for us. So right now, our trade in this open is kind of having the push up again. And today is kind of holiday. The bank is having a holiday, the Canadian dollar. So that's why you've seen prices has come back at this same previous point. So today there's a higher chance that we might just be playing around this level. There's a high chance. But I'll update you at 8 p.m. So it's already 10 p.m. And let's just have our market close before we call it a day. And before we can go through these pairs, let me just go through these other ones. So this is GPP AUD. If you can remember very well last week, this is the pair we expected to get a massive sale. And we did, but price ended up not giving us what we wanted. And we missed out on the trade. And our trade was supposed to happen after this day, the bullish close. And we were supposed to wait for that retest, the engulfing, the pullback, but this ended up to happen during the London session, and we missed the trade. And upon missing the trade, you can see that price now price broke below our level of retest, our OG level, and I told you we can only sell once price comes back at this zone. But with this kind of retest, we all even can just take the initiative that price is not ready to sell just yet. You can see this kind of strong break. Oh yeah, this is where we missed the trade again. It was at this level where Monday open, Monday close at this break. Then we're waiting for a retest and engulfing. But the 1 hour candle, you can see
The one this taken when Walker price was here. So we're waiting for a break and a retest. But then you can see how this candle closed. So we ended up not taking this sale and he missed on this sale. But we got another trade which is USD card. So right now you can see price is retesting this level, but it's very much bullish on the 4 hour time frame. So we need price to give us a new higher low and a new higher high and another higher low and another higher high so that we can shift and then retest. We can retest and shift and we can sell. This is what we need to see in this time frame and the 4 hour time frame, meaning price still has a long way to go. And no, that whole move can cost us this whole week because you can even see on the daily time frame that the readiness of this pair is not anytime soon. But the good part is we are bearish, we are very bearish, and we only have one OG level which is around this zone here, and it's so close to this daily level. So higher low, lower high. So we have to be very careful again once price is at this zone. So that's it for this pair. I'm just monitoring it for now and see how it will react at these levels. Then we'll take it from there. Then Euro GPP, you can see our price has now been dropping massively after the last week push. And I told you that this price really it moves. Euro GBP. It's very volatile. It's one of the pairs that people don't pay attention to, but it really moves. I've been studying this pair and I've seen if you can clearly see it really has those big moves. You can see most of the candlesticks are big and the price doesn't stay at one point for so long. You can see it really has those big bullish candlesticks, big bearish candlesticks. So you can even see last week we were at this level. Just this week now we are back at this level. And you can see even though we are very much bearish on the weekly time frame, we are very much bearish and the monthly should also be bearish. Yeah. But the bad part is on the daily time frame, we are still, we are still, we are still bullish. We are still bullish. So I have to wait for price to break below this higher low because this is the only daily higher low I have for me to sell. Meaning I expect, they just do. Meaning I expect price to give me another higher high on the daily time frame so that price can give me a shift at least at a reasonable area, or else this trade will only be valid once we break below this zone. And as you can see, if the daily closes at this point, it will now even be much harder because then I need the daily candle open of tomorrow and the close to give me something like this, to give me a rejection and maybe later on breaks. So this will now lead me in thinking that I can catch my sales next week if we can at all get any shift around this level here. And I do. If you can get any shift around this level this week, then we can see how price will react so that we can buy, we can sell. But I need this week, this daily time frame to have a push to the upside, just temporarily. Then we can have the shift. Because for now, the only way I can sell is when we are below here. And if this pair wants to sell, it should at least give me a bullish close around this level so I can wait for a shift nicely. But right now this is where we are trading at, and we will wait. Uh, Even GBP USD, I'm looking for buys, and you can see price is showing me it's holding at this daily weekly OG level. Uh, you see, the reason why I say let's wait for the weekly OG level, the weekly to show us it's holding when we see this massive drop, you'll find that most of the time, even the daily is bearish. So you see, the daily is bearish, and the only way I can buy is if price breaks above this level and goes bullish. So what do I need? I need the daily, since the daily to give me another high, lower low, so it can shift that lower low and give me that daily SOS so I can now be ready to buy. In short, I want this to happen. I want the daily to have some sort of this structure point happening around this level. See, so that I can buy, because right now the only way I can buy is if we're above here. And if that won't happen, then price will probably go bearish, then we'll now start selling. So my hands are tight for this pair right now. I need it to give me my break around that level or give me another lower low so it can give me the shift so I can now later on buy uh, either at this OG level or around this OG level here. So we'll just see where price will make sense for us. Then this is AUDNZD. I told you guys I would want a daily close for price to push further up. If you can watch one of my past videos, maybe it should be day 11 or 10. I told you I need this pair to give me another push to the upside, so that I can know that this is the right place to touch my buy at, because the risk to reward wasn't making sense if I was to target my daily structure point. And you can clearly see what really happened. Now price has been gone bearish on the before time frame, and meaning the only way we can buy is if we're above this level. So in this case now we need forward to make a new higher low, lower high, and a new lower low. Then we can have the shift, then we'll buy. But still, if you can see the daily time frame or the weekly time frame, this price, uh, this trade is not clean. It's not even clear. You can just see it yourself. It's not clean, but we would just rather spectate on it and see what it does next. Maybe if price can give us a break, or at least price can close, we can have a weekly level. Let me do something like this. If we can have a week where price can close at least at least even on the daily where price can reach this far, so that we know that, okay, once price will retest here, it will hold. Because right now, the trade here is choppy. And even though the structure is a bit clear on the daily time frame, you can already see that the daily is engulfing this previous bullish candle. So we still need to see that this daily is holding. So there's a possibility tomorrow we might also have another daily push below, or a daily pin back tomorrow, or a daily engulfing. And if we get the daily engulfing, it's even now worse to buy. So this pair right now is, we are risk off. We can just watch it. Maybe see how to play out by the end of this week. Euro USD, it's the same thing I'm explaining. You can see this is my daily higher high, higher low. This is my daily higher high. and price is bearish on the 4-hour time frame. So all I've been doing is just waiting for the daily to go bearish. And the only way I can sell is if price is below here. That's when I'll be in sync with the weekly time frame. Or else I need price to break above this daily higher high. This is what I need price to break above that daily high high. Then give me then price to break above that daily high high. Then give me a shift around the OG level, then sell. Or price just does this, then I'll sell from this shift. So for now, still I can't do anything. The same story. Euro CHF. Um, I told you we already reacted at the OG level around this level, and price left us for sales, and I can't just really catch a trade. I have nowhere to catch a trade. So maybe if price can retest at the OG level, then we can buy. But otherwise, if I can show you here, if we were to catch a sale at this level, you can scroll yourself all the way down here. There is no structure point. The only structure point we have is this rejection here. Rather than that, price has been. Is this really a point? Yeah, that this rejection level is the only last candlestick close. It was even a weak rejection. So uh I really have nowhere to sell this or buy. So right now I'm just waiting to see how price react at this level or that level. Then AUD JPY. Let me do this first so you can pay attention to the structure more. You can see last week we failed to break above this level. And I told you if we can break above this level with this candlestick, weekly candlestick, then we can wait for a retest to then buy. But price failed. So my only legit sell position is around this OG level. It still stands. I still need price to retest this level. And if it won't, then we can't do anything. And right now the daily is also bearish. So if the daily is also bearish, meaning when price will be retesting this level here, the daily will still be bearish. Yeah, will still be bearish because this is our lower high and this is our lower high. This is our lower low here. So if maybe price breaks above, like I was telling you on the weekly, we have that strong break, then this can be a good buy then because the daily will now be bullish and the weekly will be bullish. We'll even make a new higher high. But the only bad part is it will be at a whole time high. So my best advantage here will be if price engulfs on the daily time frame, we get that daily bullish. We get no, in fact, we get that retest at this level. Then we can concentrate on the buys. So but rather than that, we just wait. So you see why I put this on pending because there's still more, it needs a little more patience. So before we close, this is the update on our pairs, still at our OG level. Eurocard is still hasn't broken above. GBP card still trying to either react and respect this level or the other. USD JPY price is still deciding to either break above or can see what I'm telling you. I want this forward to close above this level and price seems to be fighting and we'll just see how price will close because we have 1 hour 38 minutes and pair is also still fighting. Uh, it looks clean on the daily time frame. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow morning. Welcome back, guys. Good evening. I hope everyone had a lovely day. I hope everyone chased their dream today. I hope everyone prayed to God today, and I hope everyone is in good spirit. So let's just continue. And yeah, I tried to change the green candle. I was wanted to put I've been using green for like 2 years, like a year. Yeah. So I wanted to change to something new just for this year. Yeah, but I tried this one. Oh, yeah, I tried this one. Then it was so bright. I tried that one. And I tried this. I was just trying different colors. Yeah, so even now I'm still trying because I've not found the one that I like. Because most of them are so popular and so, especially this blue one is very common. Yeah, so I've been looking for something different. Yeah, been looking for something different. Maybe this one. What do you think, guys? Maybe we can, maybe we can play around with this one. Uh, or maybe this one. Oh, or this one right here. Oh, there has to be one I tried once. Has to be this. Let's try to edit it. Yeah, I think we can try this color. I don't even know the name, but yeah, we can try this color. At least maybe no one will use this one. So anyway, this is USD card. Like I told you today, you won't expect any movement in this time in this pair because the Canadian World Bank is on a holiday. So we can see price is just moving around the same level. We're just around this same zone. So what we can just do now is just wait for tomorrow and see how price will react at this level. Yeah, so that's why I don't kind of get how we had this retest. Yeah, because price was just supposed to be making candle closes like this. I needed candlestick closes just like this the whole day, but I was shocked how even at this major push and this major retest, but this is still fine. This is still fine. We just wait for our price to push further. And this retest is due is because I told you once price gets its 1 to 2, and we didn't even get the 1 to 2, but we're almost getting a 1 to 2. So once price gets its 1 to 2, it kind of gives you uh let's say, yeah, if you put your stop right below here. Remember what I was telling you, it depends with the type of trade you want. So if we were to put our stop loss right below this level, we would have been out from this trade easily. would have made a 1 to 3 already, but we put our stop right below here. So we are in for a long trade, meaning my target is at this highest point of the trade. Uh, so I expect price to break above this level. So that's why you are seeing this major retest because major pullback, but price will continue pushing to the upside. Yeah, so this is just the early sellers who cashed out once they saw price reach this point here and they wanted to feel safe about their profits and came out of the trade. Yeah. But remember, I told you the reason why I just extended this to this level is it's because I didn't like we were we left this much of a gap between the 4 hour and the daily. The 4 hour and the 4 hour higher low and the higher high. And there was a very high chance price can retest back to this level. So that's why I kind of increased my engulfing, my entry stop loss. But this is fine because if funny fact, if you put on the weekly time frame, you now clearly see what I'm talking about. That this trade has a long way to go. This trade's main take profit should be this level here. This is where price should come. This is a 1 to 7. But we just target 1 to 3. So in minimum price should react at this level here. So this trade is still playing out. We just have to be a bit patient because this is just Monday. And price for sure will reach this level. That one you will see to reach this level. Especially this point here. At this point here. So we should just be patient with the market and let it do its work. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame. So if you switch in the 4 hour time frame, it might overwhelm you and you might think, oh no, my trade will now lose, will now be a losing trade. Let me close out. No, just stick to your plan and let the trade play out. You see? Because all you need here is a good daily move, then you are you are set. Even on the daily time frame, you can see that this is still good. This is still very fine, especially if the daily closes with this type of candle. This is actually fine because let me give you an example. You can see US oil, US oil trade. You can see we had the push and price had some sort of red candle rejection, but this didn't mean the trade is gone. No, it's just part of the trade. Price will correct and it will continue buying if you're right about the direction. A few red candles shouldn't be a problem. You see, so uh that's the whole goal. And US oil, I told you we wanted this for a candle to have a close here, then the other should engulf. But price just had the retest. So since we got the retest and not the full candle closure, we can take this buy and our job is just to wait for price to retest back at this level and give us the engulfing we need. Then we'll take the buy. But right now, there's nothing for us to do in that pair. And if we try to do that, we'll be trading with a form of fear of missing out. And that's what we are trying our best not to do. After that, what we can now say is let's go to another pair. Sorry, I was checking something for you guys. So this is ZAR USD. You can see we are now having the shift in the forward time frame. This is fine, but this won't trick us still because we are at this daily higher low. And you see why I don't really take buys when price is at the higher low or lower high, because there's a higher chance price might break below, and you saw what it just did. Price can break below if it retests deeply and leaves the OG level. So what we want here is the daily to have that break above this OG level and that retest, and that daily confirmation price is holding. Then we can participate in the buys. Rather than that, we do nothing at all. And this is NZD USD JPY. And remember, for this one, I told you I want to see the 4 hour first giving me a new higher high. And you can see this is what we are almost going to get if this last 4 hour candle gives us the close above this level. And once we get that close, then all we just have to wait for is now the daily to retest. Because once the daily retest, it will now be bearish on the 4 hour time frame, and will be good for buys. Yeah, so it's really a good deal that price is having this push. You see, so the only key is knowing the direction. So if you know the direction, not even a candlestick will overwhelm you of any sort, because you know what the market will do next. Um, and if it doesn't, at least you have an edge. You know what works for you when it does follow your prediction. So that's the key is just having your way around these charts so that even if it does what you didn't expect, you'll be fine because you know, or sometimes it follows what I predict and sometimes it doesn't. And that's the beauty of it, because you have to lose for you to win, and you won't appreciate the wins if all you do is win, win, win. Imagine if this was a game where every time you trade, you win. Every time you trade, you win. It might be cool in the first year or first month, but to become boring, and you use it to get money, yes, but it will become very boring that you might even switch to other ways of making money because there will be no fun in it. There will be no passion in it. You see, even greatest team clubs we see or team players we know, they all lose, they all fail, but all we just remember is their marvelous wins. You see, but you don't see them quitting their career just because of one missed goal or one missed trophy, you see. So that's the same thing with trading. If you have a strategy, mm, you just keep on going. So that's just a piece of advice. And so we have now GPP card. And remember, I was telling you today, I need the daily to retest this level and show me it's holding. And already you can see what the 4 hour is doing. And again, I told you, since this is bearish and this is the higher low, lower high, we should expect price to do anything it feels like within these levels. And it will only be invalid once price breaks above, because we never had a new higher low. You see? Mm. So what we do next is just it's simple. Mm, can see 4 hours we tested this some sort of head and shoulder pattern, but it's not just ready yet to buy to sell. Because look at the daily time frame. So what we now need is we now need a daily to give us the holding signal. So this now leaves me to waiting for what Tuesday will bring, because I need Tuesday again to give me another daily push so that Wednesday can give me that rejection I need, which can be an engulfing candle back to this level. See, then I'll sell. Because right now I can't really sell. You can even see this push we are having. This is a strong daily candlestick at the as a retest, and we can't just jump in the sell. The next thing we need some confirmation. We can even and you'll see we'll get the sell if this trade is just willing, its direction is selling, we'll get the sell. And this daily time frame, mind you, it has also every right to even retrace back up to this zone because price is still bearish until we break above this level. So that's why I'm saying we have to be very much careful when it's at our OG levels. The price is like we have we when price is at our OG level, we just have another step, but we've not we just have another step ahead of reaching our entry point, but does it we not just enter right away? Because you see sometimes price will break above, sometimes price will just reject from the level, like I showed you in US oil. So let's just wait and see how price closes today. But I'll check in with you at 10 p.m. Then we can goes around 10:20 p.m. After that, price really does nothing but just wait for the close. Mm, then this is your Euro card. You can see the same thing. Price can do anything on the daily time frame as long as it's not below this level. So you can see what has done. Price retested at this other OG level. And for me, I just want to see if the daily is holding. And by holding, I needed to break above that OG level. You can see that alert pattern I've put so I can know that this price is going to buy without having any worries of price coming back at this level. So once I know that price is coming back at this level, I'll know the trade I took was a losing trade and the direction should continue just going the opposite way. But for now, I need the daily to give me that break, regardless of what the 4 hour will do. For now, the 4 hour is not my interest, but you can just see, you can just see it's kind of also respecting. We might have the shift on the 4 hour, and we might have the break. But I just hope the break on the 4 hour can be above this line, so that the daily can also break above and we can wait for a retest and then buy. And that's it for Eurocard. Everything is fine for now. And you can also see the just know this, I want to say something. The weekly time frame is also rejecting the level. So NZD USD, we are now having our retest at the level. You can see our OG level has retested. But again, the same thing, it's just not dropping in the sell immediately. We are first analyzing the kind of retest we have. So this is fine, we have this retest. Um, if you pay attention to this carefully, let me try to do this. You can see that prices is kind of forming some sort of head and shoulder. I don't know if you can see, but this is a head, this is a left, and this is the head, and price will form some form of head and shoulder. Price will form some form of head and shoulder so it can price will form some form of head and shoulder so it can sell. If you can see, we have the left, we have the head. So we might sell at the right shoulder here. Mm, but the only key is us waiting for the right shoulder to form. And how will the right shoulder form? I need this daily to have this candle closure and price tomorrow to also have another push right around this zone. That's too right around this zone. And then Wednesday to give us that engulfing. This is the first scenario we can have. Mm, or price tomorrow can just this is the first scenario we can have, or price tomorrow can just simply give us that break. And if price gives us that break, my question to you guys is, are we going to sell? Hmm? Because price is retested this level and it gives us that break at this point, something like this in the daily time frame, and it closes like this. Do you think we are going to sell or not? We won't sell because why? We are not selling at the OG level that we planned to sell at. One, first of all. Two, if we're going to sell at this level, we need price to break again below this level and retest, and then we can sell. Because this is not our OG level. When price opened, price was at this point. So the only thing that we are interested in is anything going up, not below. Once price breaks below, then this trade has missed us. We got no entry. And our analysis was buying from here. And if I buy from where we didn't plan, then now I'm strategizing during the market open. And we don't want to be strategizing when the market is running, no. Because now we are playing off fear of missing out. The only positions where we can analyze it are the positions where we've planned to place our entries at. So if tomorrow we get the daily push like this, then this trade has left us. We have to wait for it to come back or just forget. So this is the other scenario that can take us out of this trade completely. The other scenario is when price breaks above something like that. Uh, Yeah, if price breaks above something like price breaks above like this, then we have to wait for price to come back at this level and give us this. You see? So these are the only ways we can participate in the trade. Either price breaks above, because at least we can wait for the retest at this zone to then sell, or price retest with this way and give us this engulfing on Wednesday, then we can sell. But if we get this type of drop, we are no longer selling. Okay, we are only considering this type of retests. And if I put on the 4 hour time frame, you can also see that the 4 hour time frame has a higher chance of retesting this zone. So this break might be possible. This break might be possible, very possible, maybe even up to here, because this 4 can be retested easily and price will form some form of structure like I told you guys around this level. Then we'll catch our sell. Okay, but what we don't want is price breaking below this level without giving us an entry without this circle, then we won't do anything at all. So that's it for the pairs we chose. And let's just go through the ones that we almost chose, but we decided not to, so you guys can see why I didn't. So you can see this is NZD card. I told you price will have has a high chance of coming back to this zone. That's why I can't buy at this level because I didn't like the way we were looking on the daily time frame. Then you can see that's what price did. But most interestingly, I also told you on the 4 hour time frame. I told you that you can see the 4 hour time frame is bearish. And even if we get a rejection at this level, and which was here, price was already here, and you can see the only lower high we had was this zone. So for me to have a shift, I have to expect price to give me a push and another deeper lower low. You see, so I can have a shift around this level to buy. Otherwise, I can't really buy because my higher low is here. So this whole time, the 4 hour is bearish and price can easily sell massively and give us a new higher low. That's why I didn't do anything. And you can see that's what price did. It didn't even give us a higher low and price is already at this level. So there's a very high chance that price can break below to give us this higher low if it wants to buy. Or price will only be ready for buys once we break above this level, then shift the lower time frames. Then we've already missed out. So that's why I didn't choose this. I knew we might get this move. Same with AUD CHF, AUD card. You can see the high low is at this level. And the lower high was at that level, and the lower low was at this level, you see? So the only way we can get the shift is if price makes another higher low, meaning we can have another higher low, then a lower low, you see? Then we can get the shift on the daily time frame for me to buy. But in this case, what did price do? It didn't even give us what I was expecting. And even though what I was expecting was closer to my daily higher low, which is this point, if I switch to the daily higher low, you can see this is my daily higher low, making this even riskier to buy. And I didn't do that. And so I knew why I didn't choose this. I knew that with this kind of retest we're having, the 4 hour hasn't given us any structure point where we can sell from, except from this higher low, lower high, and this lower low. So I can see now we're having this first higher, lower high, and maybe this might be, it's not even a lower high yet. It might be a potential lower high. If price can break below, then this can be a lower high so that we can have a shift around this level then buy. So meaning I expect price to drop again. If it wants to give us buys, I expect price to drop around this level and give us the shift. Or else this pair is not yet ready to buy in the lower time frame. On my lower time frame which I use, which is the 4 hour. Maybe if we use the 2 hour time frame for others, yeah, you can see for the 2 hour time frame, they already have their shift, so they can buy. Maybe even the 1 hour time frame, yeah. Even on the 1 hour time frame, there's already a shift and there's already an engulfing candle. and you can see their stop is also right below here, so they can buy. So on the 1 hour is kind of clear, you can buy and put your stop right below here. Mm, that's on the 1 hour time frame. When your target above there, but I don't use this. I don't use this, and yeah, you can take this, and this becomes a bit setup trade. Where the daily, the weekly is bullish, but the daily, the 4 hour is bearish. You can catch that sell, that buy, sorry. Yeah, so it just really depends with your risk, uh, your risk management, and how how you value your trades. If you're okay with B setup trades, C setup trades, A setup trades, you can pick any. One can be taking all of them. Just really depends with how much willing you are uh, to stay with the thoughts when you take a C setup trade and it doesn't go away, or when you take a B setup trade and it doesn't go away, or you take a A setup trade and it doesn't go away. How will you react to any of the setups? That's just what depends. If you're okay with any, you can take any. Yeah, so, but it's just the same instruction either way. You see, so the same rule I apply in my entry for a 4 hour time frame. If you can also use it on the daily time frame, you can see we have the shift, we have the retest, we have the 4 hour 1 hour engulfing, your entry, your stop around this high low, you can catch your buy. Okay, or if you want your stop below this engulfing, because then you know the 15 minute, you see. Once you're in the 15 minutes, you see that since I've entered my buy and the 1 hour time frame, you see the time frames are it's one and the same thing. The time frames will make you go crazy. So you see, this is the 15 time frame. This is the same entry we are taking in the 1 hour, but we're putting our stop on the 1 hour engulfing this time. This is why you see me putting my stop loss on the 4 hour engulfing, because I know once price breaks below, then I'm wrong about the direction in the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the 30 minutes, and the 2 hour time frame. You see? So even in the 15 minutes time frame, those who take 15 minutes trades, you can see um, price broke and price was bullish. So even here, they're still waiting for an entry. And even let's try the 30 minutes. Uh, So you can see even the 30 minutes is the same thing. You have the break and the retest, but it's just that the 30 minutes didn't give them the retest they need, so they engulfing. So now price has broken below, so they need this break and they've gotten the break. Now they need price to retest and give them an engulfing, then they can buy. You see, so it's just one and the same, and they put their stop right below here because they know once price take out this 30 minutes level, then they are wrong about the direction, you see. So the same thing if I drop on the 1 hour, if I drop on the 1 hour, you see it's the same trade I'm taking, you see. I'm buying based off this 1 hour engulfing, and my stop loss is right below this 1 hour engulfing. Meaning I know if price just retests, just goes below, then I'm wrong about the 15 minutes and the 30 minutes time frame. You see? Yeah, but for me, I love the 4 hour time frame because it caters all of the time frames. The 1 hour, all the lower time frames are under this. So I know once the 4 hour time frame is correct, I don't have to worry about the direction. I just have to worry about either it will go to my stop loss, or how long it will take to reach my take profit. Uh, So for now, I can't really take any buy on the 4 hour time frame. I need more clarity. So I need the things I was explaining to you earlier on. I need the new 4 hour lower low, the new pets to buy, and AUD USD, the same thing I'm explaining to you. You can see that uh, price needs to buy on the daily time frame, but we are bearish on the daily time frame. Though the weekly is bullish, and we are at this strong weekly level. So this now leads me to where I tell you, when you see me saying I need the weekly to show me it's holding, then I've seen the daily time frame is still bearish. Sometimes you can see, so it's bearish. So this week, what I need is at least a new higher low, lower high, and a new lower low, and a bullish shift so that I can buy next week. That's why you've seen I've put this pair on next week because I'll be interested in them mostly next week. And USDCHF, this is the pair we didn't take the sale around this level. And I didn't put it as well this week because I just want to see if we can really consider this as a shift next time. This thing here. Because if I put on the line chart, it gives me a very nice inverted head and shoulder. But on the candlesticks, it's not clear. So I'm trying to see if this week can give me this push to my take profit here. And you can see this is somehow similar with USD card. So it's likely it will buy. So they now know that we can consider these type of shifts as well in the higher time frame. That's why I've only delayed on this pair. But if I see it breaks below, then I'll know the daily was still bearish, the weekly was still bearish, and this whole move was just a wrong move. Yeah, but we'll see. This week will show me. Yeah, and you can see it's somehow similar with this pair, the push. If you see, they all have these two points, and if I do this as well, you can see we have these 2 points. So they somehow move in the same direction. But anyway, I'll see you guys at 10 p.m.